And New York City Mayor Eric Adams is pushing back after multiple federal prosecutors quit instead of following an order to drop the case against him. One of the nation's top prosecutors is indicating he thinks Adams is being rewarded for agreeing to help President Trump's immigration crackdown. Now, Adams is denying any quid pro quo. Let's bring in former federal prosecutor Neama Rahmani for more on that. Neama, former U.S. Attorney Daniel Sassoon says it's a breathtaking and dangerous precedent to reward Adams as opportunistic and shifting commitments on immigration with a dismissal of a criminal indictment. What do you make of this move by prosecutors to resign rather than drop this case?
Diane, I think history will look back on Daniel Sassoon and say that she is a woman of principle and she stood up to the Department of Justice. I encourage everyone to read Sassoon's scathing, blistering 8-page letter to Deputy Attorney General Emil Bove and Attorney General Pam Bondi, where she says, as a conservative, as someone who's clerk for Justice Scalia, as someone who's a member of the Federalist Society, this is not how our nation should operate, especially when the line between law and politics is blurred in such a way where the Department of Justice is handing out political favors and dropping corruption charges against the New York mayor because he agreed to help the administration with immigration enforcement.
Now, Adams appeared on Fox and Friends this morning alongside President Trump's border czar, Tom Homan. I want to play some of what he said about these resignations.
Think about my attorney, Alex Spira, one of the top trial attorneys in the country. Imagine him going inside saying that the only way Mayor Adams is going to assist in immigration, which I was calling for since 2022, right, is if you drop the charges. That's quid pro quo. That's a crime. They articulated exactly weaponization. When you looked at legroom turning into bribery because I asked for a governmental entity to do a building inspection.
Neama, you say this is a quid pro quo. Why?
Well, the reason I say it's a quid pro quo is the reason that Emil Bove articulated. He didn't say that this was a weak case in terms of the facts or the law, or that Department of Justice resources should be allocated differently. He gave two reasons. The first is that Mayor Adams is going to help with policy initiatives, including immigration enforcement. These are his own words. The second stated reason was that the indictment was too close to next year's, or this year now, mayoral election, both the primary and the general election. Well, when these charges were filed, we were 1 year removed from the general election, and that's far outside the Department of Justice's typical 60-day window. They don't file within that window because it may affect an election. But again, we were so far out of that window, the stated reasons don't make any sense. And one other important fact noted in Sassoon's letter is that Bove did not want anyone to take notes during that meeting. He directed them not to, including his career prosecutors, and he gathered everyone's notes afterwards. So that leads me to believe that he may have had something to hide.
All right, former federal prosecutor Neama Rahmani, we appreciate your time today. Thank you.